Alright, what's going on YouTube? In today's video, I want to talk about the best way to meditate if you have tinnitus. Basically, it gets kind of difficult to meditate if you have tinnitus because as soon as your mind quiets down, all you hear is the ringing in your ears, and it's not super pleasant. So, I figured out one of my favorite methods to do this, and it's my favorite way to meditate when you have tinnitus. So this method doesn't involve binaural beats, and it doesn't involve any guided meditations or anything like that. If you saw my last video about listening, this one kind of goes hand in hand with that one, because tinnitus is hard because you're basically always hearing this ringing in your ears, and it sucks and it's not fun to deal with. But there are ways to manage it and to make your life easier and to kind of learn to live with it in a more enjoyable way, instead of letting it take over your life. So meditation has been one of the most important things that I've been doing to help manage my tinnitus. So I don't have the worst tinnitus in the world. A lot of people have it a lot worse than me. They can have like louder hissing noises and it just kind of takes over all the hearing. Mine is just kind of really high pitched. I've had it my entire life, or at least since I can remember. When I was a kid, I had it pretty much all the time. When it was like quiet, I would always hear ringing in my ears. So I've learned to kind of live with it and cope with it, but it's definitely not easy. I'm not saying that I have it figured out, because I definitely don't. There's times where it gets super annoying and it's frustrating and you kind of get angry about it, but there's ways to manage it. So I'm gonna kind of talk about my favorite way to meditate with tinnitus. I just happen to have it. It's not like you need to have tinnitus to do this meditation. And the best way to meditate if you have tinnitus is to actually go outside, because when you're outside you have a natural stimulus of sound, and it will be easier to move your attention from the noise you hear in your ears, which is actually coming from your brain most of the time. It will be easier to shift your attention from here to what you hear on the outside. So when you're outside, it's a lot easier to listen to the birds and cars going by, or basically whatever's happening outside. You can listen to that instead of what's going on in your ears. And it goes the same with what your thoughts are saying, or what kind of noise your mind is making. So as you can see, this meditation isn't just for tinnitus. You can use it even if you're just meditating. There's a lot of reasons to meditate outside. You feel closer to nature, and you feel like you're really connecting with life. So when you're outside, you're taking your focus that is always internal in your mind, and you're kind of focusing on the outside world and trying to focus on sounds and temperature and sensations. And this is really important, because when you shift your awareness from your thoughts to what you hear and see, your mind quiets down and you start to actually connect with your inner being by focusing on external noises and external visuals. So this really works well. The best thing to do is to kind of go outside in the morning or in the evening and almost meditate when the sun comes up, when the sun goes down. But if it's the winter, it's kind of hard to do because it's pretty cold out, so I don't usually do this during the winter. But during the summer, I do it all throughout pretty much May, June, July, August, September, and even October sometimes. You just gotta dress warm. And yeah, maybe even drink a coffee outside if you're doing this. Anyway, the key point here is to shift your awareness from the tinnitus in your head and the thoughts in your head to what you hear and what you see outside. So basically the routine that I do is I'll wake up, and when I go outside, I tend to just take a few deep breaths and get the oxygen going into my body, because that's really good for you, to wake you up. And then what I'll do is I'll sit down, kind of look around, and bring my awareness out of my mind, out of the tinnitus, I kind of pronounced it differently, like this whole video. That's weird. Anyway, tinnitus, tinnitus, whatever you want to call it. I do both and I switch them around. So the point is to shift your awareness from the tinnitus into the sounds you are hearing outside. So when it's windy, it's actually helpful, and when you hear the cars going by, it's helpful. When you hear the birds, it's helpful because it's covering up the noise in your ears, and it helps you focus on them. So shift your awareness. So if you don't know what this feels like, I can ask you, what did you eat 2 nights ago for dinner? Now you're gonna start focusing on what you ate 2 nights ago for dinner. So just do that for a second. Now really remember what you ate, what it tasted like, where you were, who you were with, what time was it, and all this thinking that you're doing. Your awareness is on thoughts while you're doing this. While you're remembering what you ate for dinner, your awareness is on thoughts. Now, take that same awareness that you have on your dinner from 2 nights ago, and then take it to what you hear right now. And that is shifting your awareness from thoughts into the external noises. So this is kind of the essence of meditation. A lot of different meditations are based on shifting your awareness from thoughts to body, shifting your awareness from thoughts to breath. Now this works with tinnitus too. The whole point of this meditation is to shift your awareness from focusing on the tinnitus and the ringing in the ears to whatever you want to focus on. But for this one, it's focusing on the noises of the external world, so when you're outside. So this method has really helped me recently. I've been meditating outside because it's June and it's great to meditate when it's kind of like warm out and it feels good. So I hope you give this a try, whether you have tinnitus or not. It's just a really good meditation method. You feel closer to nature, you start to become one with life, and you can really help yourself to meditate at a deeper level, because listening is important in so many ways. So if you haven't seen my video about listening, I'm gonna link it in that corner here. So just go check it out and let me know what you think. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure you put it to the test to get the biggest benefit. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications to get notified on my next video. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace.